All right, we're back here on the party on CHMR. I'm your host,
sir.
Warren Gordon.
And I'm Chelsea Skates.
And we are here on the phone with Josh Finlayson from Skydiggers. How's it going, Josh?
It's going great, Warren. Hey, Chelsea, how you guys doing?
Good, thanks. So, would you like to give a little bit of backstory, introduction of yourself and the band for people who might not know much about your work?
Sure. The Skydiggers. I'm the guitar player and one of the songwriters in the band.
Okay.
Our first record came out in 1990, so we are coming up to about 25 years of being a band together, and we put out about 11 or 12 records, and we just put a record out in April of this year called Northern Shore. Mm-hmm. And we've toured all across Canada, and only the singer, Andy Mays, and myself are coming to St. John's next weekend to the Rocket Room to play in St. John's. We couldn't logistically get the whole band over this time, but we're looking forward to coming to St. John's as we always have. And we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah. So how many people are usually in your band if just two of you are coming?
It's usually a 7-piece band.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it's a big band.
Yeah. So,
There we go.
You've mentioned that you've came to St. John's before. Where have you played?
Well, we've played in St. John's a lot over the years. Our first gig there was probably 1991, and we played at Memorial University in the gymnasium. We opened up for Blue Rodeo.
Okay.
And then we came back on a few occasions playing at the university in the gymnasium ourselves.
Okay.
And then where else did we played in this great venue downtown called The Loft, which no longer exists, on Water Street. We did a great big picnic in, I think, 1995 or 96 with Great Big Sea. And we played at the George Street Festival a couple of times, and we've been there other times as well, but those are the ones that stick out to me right now.
Okay. Do you have a favorite venue that you've played at?
I don't know, actually.
Fair enough.
I don't, I mean, really, it's always such an incredible thrill to come to Newfoundland and to St. John's, and so I'm really, just having the chance to get there and making the effort to come and see, meet with old friends and connect with new people is always great. There's just such a great vibe in the city.
Mm-hmm. So you guys said you've been going on about 25 years?
Getting up towards that, yeah. Yeah,
so do you guys have anything planned for that, or?
I think we do, yeah. We're just sort of thinking about that this year. Our plan is to do sort of yearly tours from here on in, just finding the right rooms for the band to play in, and so we're just in the process of making plans for that as far as what we'll do.
Okay. So this is, I think you mentioned, your 12th album?
I think it's 11 or 12, yeah.
Okay. Is this how long has it been since you've released a CD? Has it been a while?
Our last CD came out in April of this year.
No, before that.
Prior to that, 2009.
Okay, so have you found that there's a big difference in your style of music since in between those two albums?
Well, the release in 2009 was a retrospective record. It was a 20-year retrospective record. So, I mean, I think with the new record, we always have references to what I think people that know the band and are familiar with the material would recognize and identify with a lot of the stuff on the record, and for ourselves, we're always trying to find new ways of new sounds and work with new people and bring out new things that we didn't know were in us, and we're always trying to evolve and trying to grow.
Right.
So was there a moment in between that recording hiatus where you guys said, okay, you know, we've got to get it into the studio and put something new out there?
Well, you know, we always made a point of going in and recording, whether the intention was to make a record or not. Recording was always a great payoff for us. You know, touring was great, playing is great, but recording was always much more gratifying, and it really showed. You know, recordings are great markers of where you're at any given time, and if the band was playing a certain way, or the configuration was a certain way, or our instrumentation was a certain way, we would try and document that on a regular basis, just because as you change, you tend not to you just sound different. You know, it's like anything in life. You know, you're never the same person now that you were 3 years ago or 10 years ago, and that's the great thing about recordings, is that they're documents of that moment in time.
Right. So to talk a little bit about the Rocket Room show, how did you kind of put this show together? Like, why did you decide to come back to St. John's?
To St. John's?
Yeah.
Well, the folks that two of the owners, I believe there's three partners in the Rocket Cafe and the Rocket Room. Kelly and Mark were neighbors of mine in Toronto. I live in Toronto in the West End in High Park, and they they moved out to St. John's with their family, for their two kids, a year or 2 ago, 2 years ago, I think, and they started up the business that is I guess it's like a bakery and and upstairs was this room that they had, and they were doing shows. Anyway, I played hockey with Mark, and I got to know him a little bit, and we had talked about having us come out there at some point, and so that's how it evolved, and that's how it materialized.
Okay. So have you performed with Ian Foster before?
Never, no, but I've been in touch with him, and he was recommended through Andrew James O'Brien.
Okay.
Another local songwriter who another friend of mine had recommended as an opener, and Andrew wasn't available. He's over in Europe, I believe, and he recommended Ian. So so we're looking forward to meeting Ian and playing with him. It's going to be great.
Okay. Do you know the details about the show? Times and ticket prices?
I believe doors are at 7:30 and showtime is 8 o'clock.
Okay. So what are your plans for the future with the Skydiggers in terms of albums, your plans for the new year?
Well, we'll continue to record and put records out and do tours, and I think our next recording will be a combination of 3 live records that we've done over the course of 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we just filmed it. We just did a show here at a small theater in Toronto called the Glenn Gould Theater about a month ago, and we filmed that, and it turned out really great. So we have a recording from 1988, which was one of the first live recording. We're definitely the first live recording we ever did.
Yeah.
But it was amongst the first recordings we ever did, and then we also did a live recording, mostly at the Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto in 2001, I think. So we're going to put all those together and probably make a recording, make a little package out of that.
Cool.
Well, we'll look out for that. Thank you very much, Josh, for calling in. And
You're welcome, Warren. Thank you, Chelsea.
hopefully we'll talk to you next week at the show.
That would be great. Thanks for doing this, guys.
Thanks
All right.
very much.
Thanks.